Hello. Welcome to Embrace the Moment. I'm Judith. Welcome. If you're new here, I'd like to welcome you. If this is your first time and if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks for coming. I first want to start out by saying if you get anything from this channel, if you enjoy watching my videos or anything, please feel free to subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a video. Okay, so let's get started with my thoughts. First, I want to say I wanted to upload something earlier in the week, but I started a new job and I work with toddlers. And I've been exhausted. And for those of you who know, I do have a 2-year-old granddaughter who's living with me right now, and I work at her school. So I'm with a toddler, at least one, 24 hours a day. Um, so it's rewarding, but it's I have to get used to being back with kids again because it's been a while with that age group. So that being said, I had some thoughts today. Um, One of the thoughts was about respect and respecting others and how people feel that they are entitled to respect at all times merely because of who they are or because of their age or anything like that. I also had a thought about when someone says someone is old school. That's not always a compliment because when someone says, "Oh, you have to forget it. They're old school. That's just how they do things." No, that means they're stubborn and set in their ways. It's not a good thing. Especially when in this time, in this generation, when you're working with these pandemic babies, because that's most of them were born in 2020, and these babies are special. They a little different, and so you have to be a little bit flexible with them. But also, we can't expect a 2-year-old to know what respect is. To say, you're talking when I'm talking, that's disrespectful. They don't know what that means. 2-year-olds talk. They may not be talking to you, they're not talking to the person sitting next to them. They're just talking. They're talking to whatever's in there going on in their head. Sometimes they are talking to their little friend that's sitting next to them. 3-year-olds do that. Who knows what the conversation is about? But they just talk. As an adult, we have to understand that they're not going to do what adults do. They're not adults. They're not small adults. They are children. They are toddlers. They do things differently. They're in their own little hemisphere. And we have to consider that. You can't stop and say, "Oh, wait, you're being disrespectful." No, they don't even know what that means. Come on, really? We have to teach them respect and with love and understanding and gentleness. And not everybody can do that. And like I said to someone this week, not everyone is cut out to work in childcare. I don't care if you've been doing it for 50, 60 years. I don't care. Not everyone is designed to work with young children. I used to work at a place when my daughter was young. When you started out with the infants. As the infants moved up, you moved up with them. You didn't stay in that same room with new kids coming in, new babies coming in. No, you went with those children because that was giving them some stability and continuity. And so they knew you. You knew them. They were used to you. But to take a child and put them in a room with a person they don't know, and they don't know your ways, and they don't know how you do things, and they don't know how you want things done, and then expect them after an hour to know, that's not even rational. It's not even rational. And it kind of like, I'm like, yeah. I don't even have the words. I really don't have the words. I just believe that we need to give children some grace. Just like adults want grace. You want grace. You don't want everybody to judge you. You don't want people to look at you bad. When you make a mistake, you want people to give you grace and to say, okay, well, they made a mistake. I'm going to let it go this time. Well, why can't we do that to children? Why are children held at such a higher standard than we hold adults? Why can't we, especially little ones? They're just learning. Some of them even learn how to go to the bathroom by themselves. They don't understand. Okay, so they had an accident. Okay, you had an accident. Now, if it's deliberately you got off the toilet and then went and that's something else, especially when they know that they're doing something wrong because they go and hide. But even then, you have to give them grace. Okay, they're learning. Just like we learned. Also, we need to understand that not working with children, not every household is the same. And children are coming from households where things are done a little differently. In some households, when a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old or even a 4-year-old eats off their plate with their fingers, they get the food taken from them, they get hit, they get their hands smacked. We don't eat with our fingers, we don't eat with our hands. Use your fork, use your spoon. And then they go to school and they're presented with a meal that is finger food. And so they're not eating because they're waiting for a fork or a spoon. And then you're telling them, no, you eat with your hands. And they will not eat. And they won't eat because there are consequences to picking up food with your fingers. There's consequences. And they've learned that some of those consequences are painful. Yes, our children are traumatized. We are traumatized. The world is traumatized. All this that's been going on in the past almost 3 years now has traumatized people. And to say they're not eating and you're finished, get up from the table. You got to understand. You have to understand what goes on in your house ain't going on in somebody else's house. What's going on in my house ain't going on in somebody else's house. So when I try to explain this to people, they want to tell me I'm wrong. No, I'm not wrong. You know these parents. You know which child comes from a loving environment and which child is coming from a home of challenge. I'm not going to say they're not loved because they probably are loved by the aunties, the uncles, the grandparents, the parents. It's a home of challenge. They have challenges going on in their home. And we have to do our best to put these kids on an even playing field. We have to do our best. I'm of the mindset that if we can catch children young enough and help them with their self-esteem and mental health, then we won't have so many adults in this world in the next 20 years who are self-medicating, on psych meds, dealing with all kinds of mental health issues, because we've gotten it and we've helped these children and we've helped them as they're coming up. But we also have to help the parents. We have to get the parents to understand in a loving, non-judgmental way so that they can receive what we're saying and they can work with us, with these children. And they can get the services they need. They can get the help they need. They can have a better understanding of themselves. Don't wait till you get 50 years old and go, what? You mean my childhood was traumatic? You mean I was abused? Because you just thought that was the norm. Because you saw it in your house, your grandma's house, your great-grandma's house, your auntie's house, your uncle's house, everybody in the family. Generational curses. These have got to be broken. They've got to be broken. But anyhow, that's just what I just wanted to share that. If you have little children in your neighborhood and you, I'm not saying call the authorities on anybody unless you absolutely know that the child or children are in danger. But, wave, offer them a smile, high five, a fist bump, something. Let them know that somebody, some adult, somewhere sees them and cares about them. Let moms know, especially these single moms and these young single moms. You're doing the best you can, baby girl. The best you can. Don't let anybody tell you you're not a fit mother, you're not a good mother because you're single. Because you have to work, because your child is in daycare. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. You are doing the best you can. And what I say to people all the time, when you come for me, if you think I'm doing something wrong, then you do it for me. If you think that what I'm wearing, you don't like what I'm wearing, I need to buy my clothes. If you think I need to be doing, first of all, don't come from a wallet. Don't come from a wallet. Because unless you're putting something in, don't tell me how to spend what I have in it. But if you see somebody, you always giving them children McDonald's. Okay, well, cook a meal. Make a casserole, make a lasagna, and salad, and take it to their house. Oh, I made too much, honey. I just thought, you working all the time. You ain't got time to make no home cooked meal. Here, I don't know, I done made too much. Here's a for you, for your family. If you think that they don't have enough groceries, buy them. Take them, put them at the door, knock on the door and run. Leave a note. Just wanted to help you out in love. But don't criticize somebody if you're not willing to help. Don't put people down. You don't know what they're going through. Everybody has a struggle. Everyone has a struggle. And if you don't know what somebody's struggle is, don't knock them. Don't put them down. If you're not willing to help and uplift and support and encourage, keep your mouth Keep that in your mouth. Don't let negativity cross over your lips and harm somebody. You don't know what people are going through. This is 2023. We've been through some stuff. White, black, orange, green, purple, stripe. The world has been through something. We've lost people. We've lost family members, loved ones, spouses. We've been through some things. People have lost jobs and still haven't recovered from that. People have lost their homes. Unless you're willing to step up and help, keep the negativity to yourself. I love people. And there's some people I don't like. But like and love are two different things. I love people. And when I can help, I do help. And when I can help, I pray. And if you can't help, pray. Pray. $2. $2. I don't have much, baby, but here's a couple dollars. Get your kids some milk. Because believe it or not, everybody ain't getting food stamps. Unemployment was cut. Some people were making $18, $20 an hour are now working jobs where they're only making $10 an hour. The federal government has decided we're going to stop those extra stamps y'all we be giving y'all. Yeah, we're going to stop them in the next 6 months. Save them up. Don't spend them all. Save them up because you can still use them. We're just not going to give you any more. People have lost their health insurance. So they can't afford their prescriptions. Asthma medications, blood pressure medications. If you can't help, pray. But like Tabitha Brown says, hey Tab, don't you go messing up nobody else's day. And if you're just not feeling like you want to be bothered with people, that's fine. Stay to yourself. But don't hurt others. They say hurt people hurt people. But you don't have to. You can just sit over in the corner by yourself. Or you can speak up and say, I'm hurt. I'm going through something. I need help. And let somebody else reach out and help you. Or pray for you. Or pray with you. Anyhow, I don't know where all that came from, but it must be divine messaging because that's not where I wanted to go with this message. Anyhow, love you all. Have a blessed rest of your day, evening, weekend, whatever. Rest of your month. Be strong. Know that you are loved and you are appreciated. Until next time. Mwah.